With all the latest info revealed on Monster Hunter Wilds, we got to see some of the new and returning monsters within this title on their latest showcase, and even get to experience two of the already announced monsters through the second beta that Capcom is currently holding before the release of the game at the end of this month. The two additions to the latest beta are the Gypsaros, a returning bird wyvern, and the flagship of Monster Hunter Wilds, the Arkveld, the white wraith. However, there are still many mysteries for us to discover, as well as new and returning monsters we can look forward to hunting as we go through our adventures across the Forbidden Lands. With so much new ideas being explored in Wilds, we're going to quickly look into some of the things I'm looking forward to learning more about as we venture across the Forbidden Lands and learn more about the secrets of this new and unexplored region. First of all, let's talk about what is perhaps the biggest mystery so far in Wilds. This monster right here, revealed in their latest trailer but had no information on. This mysterious entity is currently theorized to be the potential apex predator ruling over the frozen expanse of the Ice Shard Cliffs. Given the elongated body of this individual that extends below the cliffs, it's highly possible that we are potentially getting a new snake wyvern in this region, which more than makes sense as Wilds is the perfect time to expand on this monster group. The monster gives off a rather metallic appearance and parts of its body feel like they've rusted over time. The copper coloration of this new monster is heavily reminiscent of the variant Rusted Kushala Daura. However, whether this means the monster has metallic features similar to the variant Elder Dragon remains to be seen. We don't know if Capcom plans to provide more info on this monster at some point in the future, so for now, this is one of the biggest mysteries we can look forward to when the game releases. Next up, we have what I consider as a category-defying monster, the Hirabami. These creatures are classified as leviathans, yet unlike most conventional leviathans, they can fly. Despite their alien appearance and seemingly unnatural ability of flight, they actually do follow characteristics of what we know from the category, mainly their ability to swim. Since we've seen leviathans that swim underwater and through land and even through fire, the Hirabami swimming across the air is the perfect way for Capcom to evolve the category in terms of their overall characteristics and abilities. This makes even more sense when we see that the Hirabami do have conventional serpentine bodies and primary forelimbs and hind limbs most Leviathans have. Overall, these creatures stand out compared to most Leviathans introduced in the series as their abilities seem unnatural at first. But once we understand what makes the Leviathan category different from other monsters, then it makes sense why the Hirabami are classified as Leviathans despite their flying abilities. Now this last part I want to cover is quite extensive as we got to experience fighting the monster for the first time in Capcom's latest beta demo. This is the flagship of Monster Hunter Wilds, Arkveld, the white wraith. Truly, Capcom have done a great service for the hunters who got to experience Frontier with their latest flagship for this title. For those who haven't played the Frontier series, Frontier is the first Monster Hunter series where flying wyverns with whip-like appendages on their wings were first introduced, with the Berukyurosu, Doragyurosu, and Zenaserisu all predating the Arkveld. These whip-like appendages made these monsters unique compared to other flying wyverns, and their whips are not just for show. The monsters utilize them in tandem with their elemental abilities to unleash a barrage of attacks to decimate any hunters unfamiliar with these flying wyverns. With the introduction of Arkveld within Wilds, we finally see these whip appendages make an appearance in a mainline title. What makes Arkveld stand out, however, is that unlike the wyverns in Frontier, where their whip appendages are actually elongated digits that support their wings, Arkveld's whips are interlocking scales attached to its wrist via flexible sinew, allowing the whips of the Arkveld to move independently from their wings. Here we can see how the Arkveld manipulates their whips whilst keeping their wings steady, demonstrating advanced movement of the chain whips compared to the Frontier monsters. Another key difference is that while most of the Frontier wyverns sported 2 whips, Arkveld sports a total of 4, with its whips splitting into 2 each side, making the Arkveld even deadlier as it can double the hits on a single whip attack. Because of its prehensile properties, the Arkveld is capable of grappling monsters and use its whips to absorb energy. It can also grab hunters and throw them around, so hunters will need to pay close attention when fighting the white wraith in case they get pinned. Similar to the Frontier wyverns, the Arkveld mainly uses its chain whips by infusing them with elemental energy, allowing the monster to create explosive attacks as it lashes its chain whips at anyone unfortunate enough to stand in its path. With everything I've experienced so far during the hunt against the mysterious white wraith, there's likely more for us to discover regarding this monster. However, we'll have to wait and see as to what they are. With that said, the flagship of Wilds is another amazing homage to the Frontier series in terms of overall monster design. As we continue to see more elements of Frontier be added to mainline games, hopefully we'll see more Frontier monsters make their way into mainline titles, though that's just me wishing for things at this point. However, with the Espinas making the mainline roster back in Sunbreak, one can only hope that other Frontier monsters can make it to mainline games as the roster of monsters grow as the future of the series progresses. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in today's video. Capcom is truly going above and beyond when it comes to designing everything within this upcoming title, from potential new monster categories to interpreting existing ones in new ways, and even evolving designs from the Frontier series. Monster Hunter Wilds is setting up to be a massive experience for both new and veteran hunters alike, and I can't wait to get my hands on it come the end of February. What do you think about all the new content we've seen so far within Monster Hunter Wilds? Do let us know your overall thoughts and opinions regarding this upcoming title, as well as your experience in hunting the White Wraith of Wilds in Capcom's latest beta demo. And as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please consider hitting the like on the video itself, leaving a comment down below, and subscribing to the channel so you can go ahead and catch up on any other content that I might be doing in future. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.